Blind husband got his sight back but didn't tell his wife to see what she was doing behind his back. John Forrester, a successful businessman, lost his vision after a car accident, leaving him dependent on his wife, Natalie. At first, she was supportive, but over time, she became distant and secretive. Although he suspected something, he dismissed it as overthinking. But John's vision was slowly returning, but he decided to keep it a secret. He began to observe Natalie closely. She took mysterious phone calls, met with an unknown man, and started acting strangely. One night, while searching through her desk, John made a shocking discovery. Natalie had been transferring his assets into her name. She was planning to take everything from him. John felt betrayed but kept quiet, pretending to be blind as he planned his next move. Then one morning, Natalie saw something shocking on the kitchen table. There was a stack of divorce papers on the table. Natalie froze, her heart racing as she picked them up. She was stunned and had no idea what John knew. Panic quickly set in as she read the bold words, unable to comprehend how things had spiraled so far. She turned to John, who sat calmly at the kitchen island, sipping his coffee. "I've regained my vision," John said, his voice steady but firm. "Weeks ago. I've seen everything." Natalie's face turned pale. He went on to reveal the truths she had tried to keep hidden, the secret meetings with her lawyer, the asset transfers, and her betrayal of the trust he had placed in her. John exposed every detail, his words cutting through the tense silence. Natalie stammered, trying to explain, "It's not what you think, John. But he interrupted her, his tone unwavering. "You lied to me. You plotted against me, Natalie. After everything we've been through, this is what you do?" Tears streamed down Natalie's face as she realized she had underestimated him. "I was desperate," she pleaded. "I made a mistake. Please, John, forgive me." But John had already made up his mind. "You hurt me more than I ever thought possible," he said, his voice filled with both pain and resolve. "I trusted you. I depended on you. And this is how you repaid me?" Natalie fell to her knees, sobbing, but John remained firm. He stood, his face unreadable, and moved toward the door. "It's over," he said quietly, the words carrying a finality that left no room for argument. As John left the house, Natalie was left alone, overwhelmed by the consequences of her greed and deception. The silence that followed felt suffocating, a reflection of the emptiness now consuming her life. She had betrayed the man who had trusted her most, and in doing so, she had lost everything. John, though heartbroken, felt a sense of relief. The truth was out, and he had reclaimed control over his life. While the betrayal stung deeply, he knew walking away was the only way to start fresh and leave the pain behind.